Good evening, everybody. I'm Mary O'Connor, and I'm with the Alaskan Aviation Safety Foundation and also with the National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health here in Anchorage. This evening, we are happy to have as our guest Adam White. Adam is with the Government and Legislative Affairs for the Alaska Airmen's Association. We're going to be speaking with Adam about the changes that are in the works for the common traffic advisory frequencies that are used by pilots flying in the Mat-Su Valley. Welcome, Adam.
Hey, Mary.
Change is difficult for a lot of people. Can you tell us a little bit about the background, why these changes are occurring?
Sure. Well, a lot of us have heard about in the media of some of the high-profile mid-air collisions that have happened here in the state in recent years. It's a tragedy. We wanted to see what we can do to help mitigate those, and the NTSB came out with a recommendation that the area there in the Matanuska, Susitna Valley, be reevaluated for frequency. And so the industry got together with the FAA, sat down, and a long process of going through and figuring out where the frequencies were in some confusion, where they were overlapping, and where it may have been better to change some of those. And so it's been a very long process to try to simplify a lot of that information and make it easier for pilots to know what frequency they're supposed to be on, so that we can help mitigate some of these mid-air collisions in the past.
Great. Simple and easy is always better.
Well, simple and easy is not always easy to obtain either. So it's been a long process, and we're really hoping that this will achieve the goal that we're after.
Can you tell us what some of these changes are going to look like?
So previously we had frequencies in some of the common traffic advisory areas that around the airports that were overlapping, that were different. And so the idea that although this pilot may actually be on the correct frequency for what they were doing, it was contrary to what another pilot was doing. And so what we've done is we've simplified into areas and used some geographical boundaries in some cases, and in other cases had to come up with some somewhat arbitrary lines to that any landing area, and had to go back and review that as well, because it's not just formal airports, it's any landing area that we wanted to simplify this so that folks were sure that they were on the right frequency. So that was the goal, and that's what's coming out now. We've got some documentation that we're looking to roll out here May 29th with the next publication cycle, and in that it's going to show us where some of these changes are actually happening.
So May 29th is the big date.
That's the date that this goes public and goes live. We've got an education campaign on right now. We've got some graphics that we've been able to publish outside of the FAA ahead of time that folks can take a look at, that actually shows where the boundaries are, shows what frequency they're inside those boundaries, and then be able to have a better idea what's going on. So that graphic is distributed around the state. There's different places where folks can find that. The Alaska Airmen's Association has got copies in our office in Anchorage as well as in Fairbanks, and you'll see them posted up around some of the airports in the local area in the Mat-Su Valley.
And what about folks that don't live in the Anchorage area? Is there a place online where they might be able to go and get some of this information?
There is. The FAA has a website that where there's a lot of information about flying in Alaska, and there's other websites, the Alaska Aviation Safety Foundation, Alaska Airmen's Association. We're all pointing to that site with the FAA, the Go Fly Alaska site, where you can see this chart. You can look at those changes and kind of get an idea of what's happening before it actually comes into place. So yeah, that's probably the easiest way to get that information. One of the other things we're encouraging folks to do is that this is the chart cycle that you need to update your charts. This is the time, if you don't buy new charts every time, this is the one you want to buy, because this is going to have the new information. If you only update the database in your GPS from time to time, you may want to invest the money to go ahead and get this done on this charting cycle.
So that's great information. So people need to, number one, purchase a new supplement this season for May 29th, and also to go online and look at the website and see what the map looks like and where the changes are occurring.
Right.
Great. Well, thank you, Adam. Thank you for your efforts with the government and industry and working together to make the skies in Alaska safer for pilots. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back next time with Adam White to learn more about these frequency changes. We hope that you've learned something, and we hope that you've enjoyed hangar flying. Until next time, fly safely.